Hey guys, welcome to Bloggers United. Welcome to another video, and today is time to talk about Ivan Rakitic. This is pretty much going to be a video dedicated exclusively for the Croat midfielder and what I have to say about him. Years with fantastic seasons, player that you cannot ever tell him that he's something professional enough, that he's not being given it all that he's been able to for the shirt. He clearly enjoys being at Barcelona. He enjoys. He's a player that gives it all for the shirt, and he definitely is one of the players that retires or goes to another club. I hope that we can keep him close to the club because he has shown that extra thing that not many players do when they come from the outside, and that is a love for the shirt. I feel connected. I feel empathize with Ivan Rakitic at Barcelona. Now, with that said, I believe that Rakitic's time at Barcelona is coming to an end, and when I mean it's coming to an end, I mean it's coming to an end this season, and we should let go of Ivan Rakitic for this summer right now. Ivan Rakitic has been at Barcelona for a total of 5 seasons, and what I can conclude for Rakitic's time at Barcelona is probably a 9 out of 10. Probably that I would say, he doesn't get 10 out of 10 because this season he wasn't at his best level. And it's not because he wasn't training properly and he wasn't giving it all he could. It's just, he's getting to an age. We needed something different than Rakitic. When we signed Rakitic, it wasn't really the player in the mold of Xavi that everyone thought that we were gonna get, or everyone thought that we needed. But he, with hard work and a lot of just persistence and perseverance to keep going and succeed at Barcelona, he's managed to have fantastic seasons. And even last season he had really good games. At the back end of the season he was back to his best level and performed very well, but we needed something different, and right now Barcelona needs something different. We have Frenkie de Jong, we have Arthur Melo, there's the likes of Arena and Riqui Puig, and they need to be our future. And for them to be our future, we need to start giving them minutes now. All of them, they need to be getting their respective amount of minutes. And with Ivan Rakitic, that's just not a possibility. I cannot have Ivan Rakitic playing those, even if he's only going to play 3,000 minutes a season. That is 3,000 minutes a season that between all those 4 players, it could be divided and they could all get a lot more minutes and experience and at the Barcelona team, so they can adapt quicker and better at the highest possible level of world football. And it might sound very rough because when I think of Rakitic, I think of one of my favorite players, one of my favorite midfielders that has ever played for Barcelona. Of the midfielders that I've seen for Barcelona, Rakitic probably makes it into my bench. He doesn't make it into my starting 11, but he definitely probably makes it into my bench. And he's not and I want to say it's not like we're telling Rakitic to go to retire in Asia, like Japan or China or the MLS or Saudi Arabia. We're not sending Rakitic there. If he wants to continue a career in top class football, there is more than plenty of offers. Paris Saint-Germain, I'm pretty sure they will be happy with taking Ivan Rakitic on. Manchester United, Inter Milan, there are clubs interested in the signing of the Croat, and I think that his time at Barcelona it's no more. If he wants to come back and be part of the club after he retires and be part of sporting director, or if he wants to coach the club, I'll be more than happy to give him a chance. But at this moment he just cannot stay, and we need a change of things. Frankie de Jong, I'm sorry, but he's better than Rakitic right now. He's not only better at the main function of the interior of our Barcelona midfielder, which is have the ball, keep the ball, progress with the ball. If you see danger, pass the ball back, distribute it somewhere else out of danger, and move around, which is not Rakitic's speciality. Rakitic's speciality is good defensive work, good coming from second line and having supporting the attacks from the second line, and giving you also that height and some strength and some good job and intensity. But he's not an Arturo Vidal and he's not a Frankie de Jong. He is something sort of in between with his own thing that for a moment at Barcelona we needed that. We needed that for when we won the treble in the 15-16 season, when we won the double. He had a fantastic second leg of the season when we started having problems against Paris Saint-Germain in that fantastic comeback. He had a fantastic 16-17 season, a outstanding 17-18 season, probably his best season at Barcelona. And that was Ernesto Valverde's first season with the club. And that's probably his best season in the Barcelona shirt, but last season it was just like you could just notice we needed something different. We got Arthur and Rakitic playing next to Arthur was just night and day, and things need to change. I don't know what is going on with Valverde and Rakitic. Like, I mean, I see the memes. I've probably heard them all, but like, it's weird to me that you have so many tools, especially like that you're calling Frankie de Jong a project for the future. Like, he's a project for the future, definitely. He's a player for the future, but he's also a player for the now. He's a player capacitated to do everything that we need perfectly fine. Him and Arthur, I'm having good dreams about it. Like, it's just really exciting to see what's gonna happen with them coming next season. I wish that, I might sound very rough because when I say that a legend, because don't get me wrong, Rakitic is a legend at Barcelona, no one can take that away from him. But it's getting to the point where a player's career just needs to end, but they are not accepting it, and the club doesn't want to let him go, or like doesn't want to kick him out. So they're not the villain. So the player, instead of leaving like a hero, he's staying to become the villain of the story. And I don't want it to happen because I've seen it happen so many times in world football. Like, for example, Francesco Totti. People at Roma love him, but he stayed at the club when he should have retired years ago. Like, he just wasn't able to play at the level that Roma needed, and he was getting paid wages that needed to be pushed somewhere else, and probably needed to stay somewhere else. The likes of some Manchester United players, Wayne Rooney, needed to be moved on, and he wasn't moved on early enough that he should have been. And so there are plenty of cases of this happening in world football. And even Rakitic, I don't want to see him become a villain. I don't see him wanting to be like basically just being kicked out of the Camp Nou. If you see that there are offers for you, that Barcelona are enticing signing other midfielders, that we've signed another midfielder, that there's rumors linking you away in a swap deal with Neymar, with a Neymar swap deal, and the swap plus cash deal for Neymar, then that should be clues that the club is not directly telling you, and that's their fault. They should tell you directly that you don't count in the plans for the club for the future. But one thing is what the board's doing, which I'm sure that the board will be happy to take a good decent amount of money or even Rakitic, but Ernesto Valverde just seems to think that Rakitic is probably the best center midfielder in world football, and he's a great midfielder. It's just not the kind of midfielder we need right now. We need something different. We've got something different. We have it already. We've signed it already, and things need to change. Because unfortunately, as much as I like the player, what happened at Liverpool, what happened at Roma, what happened at Turin, what happened in Paris cannot happen again. And I don't mean getting like 3-0, 4-0. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is having this sense of they just are spanking us because we are shit. Because we have not been able to do things properly. There is, like, if we lost, if Pep Guardiola lost to Liverpool a year ago, 3-0 in the Champions League, in the first leg, and I remember that, but he lost trying to play his own football. It's not because he's crap, it's not because his team is crap, it's because he just has our philosophy is very susceptible to a really well-oiled machine that counterattacks very well and defends pretty well. He was just unlucky on some of the decisions, and Liverpool went through. It can happen, but you have a feeling that you've played football, that we've done things right. If you need, the Champions League is always going to require an amount of luck, little or small, but it's always going to require luck. So let's focus on La Liga. Let's focus on what we can control, and let's move towards having a good season and just giving it our all and see where we end at. Like, I remember seasons where we get knocked out against Atletico Madrid, or we get knocked out against Chelsea or Inter Milan, but we deserved, like, we played well. They just managed to score more goals than we did. We played well, and okay, maybe we'll give it a go next season. But if you competed well, I just believe that with Rakitic, we're not progressing anywhere. We're staying still, and sooner rather than later, his age is going to catch up with him, and he will start decreasing in performances. And when that happens, there's going to be less money that we're going to get for him, if anything, and we're going to be wasting the career of the likes of Riqui Puig, Artur, Frenkie de Jong, Aleñá, all these players that need to come through the first team right now and perform and give us a lot of great performances. So, with all this said and done, leave me your comments in the comment section below. Do you think the Rakitic should stay, or should he go? With all said and done, leave me comments in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, Blaugranas.